team changing up its uniform for a season, that could be a pretty big deal.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's got to be the white. That white is crazy.
It helps the guys with no swag have some swag.
We've seen a number of new looks rolled out over the past few seasons, and it looks like 2023 is gonna be no exception. Let us check out the 8 NFL teams that have announced big changes for this upcoming season. Let's start things off with what I might consider to be the biggest announcement on this list. Coming out of the desert in Arizona, with Cardinals for the first time since 2005 are gonna don some new laundry. The new look was first unveiled back in April at a private event in downtown Phoenix, and then to the rest of the public on social media. Now, at least the remaining Cardinals fans will have something to look forward to in what will likely be an extremely challenging 2023 season. You know, considering that Kyler Murray is expected to miss most, if not all, the season, recovering from that ACL tear at the end of the last year. And of course, the fact that there was a changing of the guard that decided it was high time for a mini fire sale and rebuild combo, especially with their franchise QB on the sidelines. Though there were some NFL fans trolling them for the changes, or lack thereof, there actually are some noticeable design changes, particularly the departure of the dual-color jerseys and the absence of the underarm patches and interchangeable pants that long accompanied them. Instead, the Cardinals will be rocking 3 single-color unis, all designed in collaboration with Nike. The team will wear all red for home, all white for the road, and all black as an alternative, you know, for when the team is feeling frisky. Beyond the white lettering across the chest of the red uniforms, there are a couple of neat nuances to the designs that may have slid past the casual observer. In lieu of wording across the chest, the Cardinals is on both sleeves of the jersey, between 2 thin red stripes that the team claims is a homage to past uniforms. And as a little bonus, inside the back collar of the black and white uniforms is lettered Bird Gang. All 3 pants have a similar design, again with the white and black mirroring each other's minor differences from the red. And the primary helmet will still be white, but it was really dressed up this year with silver sparkles and face masks. They also gave the Cardinals logo a facelift and resize. The team also confirmed that there will be a similar black design that the Cards will wear with the rest of its alternate kit. It may not be an exciting season on the gridiron for Cardinals fans, but at least there's something to cheer about, even if it's just in the laundry room. Next up, let us visit the city of brotherly love and check in on what the Philadelphia Eagles are cooking up. The team recently took to Twitter to announce that they're at long last bringing back their legendary throwback Kelly green jerseys for this upcoming season. This one may shake loose some nostalgia from early 10s Eagles fans who last saw a variation of the Kelly green then, during week 1 of the 2010 season when Michael Vick burst back onto the scene against the Green Bay Packers. That shade, however, was slightly lighter than the one announced for 2023 that is almost an exact replica of the jerseys that the Eagles wore back in the mid-1980s all the way back through 1995, when it then transitioned over to midnight green as its primary color. Hopefully the Philly faithful is going to be as excited about this one as Jeffrey Lurie, the team's owner, thinks that they will be.
This is the season we'll reintroduce the classic Kelly green, and I'm super excited, and you know, I don't know what date that's going to be, but I think the fans will love it. It's why we're bringing it back. We really took the feedback seriously over the years, and the first moment we could get the Kelly green helmet approved, we'll finally be able to see it on the field.
Now, Philly isn't the only bird team that's out there bringing back a 90s era throwback. I mean, check out what's been brewing over in Seattle. The Seahawks recently announced that they're going to be breaking out the royal blue/neon green that franchise greats like former Defensive Player of the Year Cortez Kennedy rocked on a weekly basis. The reincarnation, however, is going to be on a 1-week only basis. They announced that they'll be wearing them during their Week 8 matchup with the Cleveland Browns. Though the announcement was formally made in recent weeks on the team's site, that they actually teased that this was coming during the middle of their 2022 Week 12 matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders. And though it isn't quite as dramatic as a Marvel movie teaser, I will give the Seahawks media team their due credit, because the video that they put together was equal parts impressive and nostalgic. While they may not be a bird team, there are 2 other NFL teams, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tennessee Titans, who have been rumored to be bringing back some iconic throwback unis for the 2023 season. Starting off with the former, the Bucs are looking to bring back one that I can only describe as one of the most vintage-looking designs on this entire list. That's right, We're talking about the legendary creamsicle jerseys. Instead of dropping the hint on some jumbotron like the Seahawks did last year, they did it in the new-fashioned way and took to social media and released an equally entertaining teaser featuring Captain Fear, the team's trusty mascot. These uniforms were the organization's featured color set from 1976 until 1996, which, admittedly, weren't exactly the brightest days for the franchise. But that's no indictment on the unis themselves. They made a handful of appearances in the time since, but we haven't seen them since 2012, and the Bucks opted to go with a new design set with Nike. But the franchise's heart hasn't drifted too far from the trusty creamsicles, and this has apparently been a long time coming, as explained by the team's COO, Brian Ford. It is very important to our fan base, as well as the Glazer family and our entire organization, Ford said last June about the uniforms returning. And well, here we are. The creamsicles are back for more. The Titans are rumored to be rolling out an alternate throwback from the days of the team's old namesake, the Houston Oilers. Although it is kind of tough to tell from their social media teaser, which was way more cryptic than any of the other announcements. Luckily, we had team insider Jim Wyatt to bequeath a soft confirmation to the public on a Q&A on the team's site. As for the Oilers throwbacks, nothing has changed from what I've said previously. The plan is to wear them for a home game in 2023. That exact game is still TBD, but I've already said I suspect it'll be for the game versus the Texans. Though Tennessee was definitely lacking in the announcement department, we will give them a little bit of extra credit for really sticking it to the city of Houston, who they stole their franchise from. You know, provided that they do wear these throwbacks during their 2023 matchup. Moving on from the throwback announcements, we've also seen a couple of teams who've announced that they're gonna unveil new helmet designs. First off, the Detroit Lions, who are rolling out a flashy new design that also pays homage to the dinosaur of an organization's history in honor of their 90th season. And let me tell you, this entire announcement has me pumped. Not only did the team announce it with a concise yet eclectic promo video that put a spotlight on the city's rich automotive history by shooting the scene at a vintage Ford Mac 1, but it also gave a neat little head nod to the 90th anniversary with the air freshener hanging from the car's rearview mirror and the duffel bag from which the new helmet was revealed. And this announcement wasn't all sizzle no steak, as they say, because it also featured one of the best designs that I've seen in some time. It has a classic logo on it that dates back to the 1960s and a phenomenal color combination. The gray matte face mask and the electric shade of blue, which, fun fact, has never been worn in the NFL before, contrast wonderfully. The Lions are going to break these bad boys out twice in 2023. First against the Raiders on their October 30th Monday Night Football showdown, and to close out the year in Week 18 against the Minnesota Vikings. Both times it'll be paired with their Eau Gray alternate unis. Do not be shocked if we see these on a more regular basis even after the 90th birthday party is over, because these things are top of the line. On to the Denver Broncos, who we are going to preemptively apologize to because whatever announcement had to follow, the Lions was going to have the chip stacked against them. But nevertheless, the Broncos are bringing out some new helmets too. It's just not exactly clear what these helmets are going to look like because the team is being bizarrely mysterious about it. The team has made two motions to signal that this new design will be coming this season in one form or another. First was a statement from a high-ranking Broncos executive, team president Damani Leach.
The league changed that policy a couple years ago, allowing teams to have more flexibility with helmets, and that's something we're definitely exploring. And we do have the possibility of doing it this year, so we're exploring that as well.
They did, however, put their social media integrity on the line with the promise that something is coming. So it's safe to assume that they'll try something. I suppose it just remains to be seen what that something is. Last, and well, actually least if you ask me, we have the Carolina Panthers, who are tuning up their jerseys. While it isn't always the case, there is a bona fide reason that we saved this one for last. I mean, you know that an announcement is rather meh when the headline on the team site reads, Panthers jersey color changes slightly. Yeah, seriously, can it get any more boring than that? Even the franchise's PR team couldn't feign excitement about it. I mean, the first sentence of the press release states that it's not a dramatic change, and perhaps not one most people will even notice. But we had to honor our duty to report on all the prospective NFL uni changes heading into the 2023 season. Alas, here we are talking about the color correction, something I didn't know was a thing that Nike is doing along with its shift in uniform technology. which, for those wondering, is a shortening of the shoulder stripe that stops it short of crossing over onto the armpit, and it's supposed to increase mobility. On the color correction front, I guess it's just a minor adjustment because when Nike took over the NFL uniform production in 2012, they had to use an imperfect match to the Panthers' color scheme because they didn't have their traditional blue in their color book. Why they couldn't just add it to the book then, I don't know. It's well beyond me. But which NFL uniform announcement are you most excited about? Which one do you think is the worst? Was there any that we may have missed here? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two though, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.